Solve in the Emerald Isle on BBC1 after Doctors.
It's a miracle we made it all the way from Manchester.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, I think the engine's overheating. I'd better take it to a garage.
Well, what about the conference? Dad wants us both there. You know more about the upgrades than I do.
Well, that can't be helped. Hey, listen, you go on and I'll catch you up when I can.
Well, be sure to be here by lunchtime. And don't forget to invite your parents.
Do you know, I think they're going to an auction this afternoon.
Well, let's go and see them now. Stuff the conference.
I really ought to get the car checked out, otherwise we could be stranded.
This is ridiculous. We've been engaged for 3 months. Am I ever going to meet your parents?
Of course you will. Hey, listen, it's not my fault they're busy people.
Are they? I'm wondering if they think I'm not good enough for them. They seem to have a talent for making themselves absent.
Now you're just being silly. Hey, come on. You want to be late?
Ring me when the car's sorted. No, I'm fine. Keep going. I like seeing you dance.
Yeah.
Hey, I was enjoying that.
Yeah, I bet the neighbours weren't. Do you have to play that trash at this time in the morning?
That trash is your musical heritage.
Musical? Punk was one long tuneless screech 30 years ago, Dad. And the passage of time has not made it any less cacophonous.
You need to lighten up, Buzz. Here, let me give you a makeover.
Yeah. Stop messing around, Mum. And my name is not Buzz. I had it changed, as you very well know. I'm Neville, remember?
Yeah, we remember.
Yeah, why don't you take your high horse and park it outside?
Where's Debs? I was hoping we'd get to see her this time.
Yeah, I know. She's just always so busy.
Yeah, that's a pity. Still, we'll see her next week.
You will?
Yeah, well, that's why we wanted to see you. We got good news, haven't we, Jake?
Have we?
Guess what? We're coming to the wedding.
Yeah. But what about your operation? I mean, you've been complaining about your hip for months.
Well, you've had months to change the date of your wedding, if you'd wanted to.
Deb's parents made all the arrangements, and the dates can't be changed because they're emigrating to Australia the very next week.
Oh, very convenient.
Now. Everything's taken care of. I've got someone coming out to see me. Dr. West. Bit of a looker. Yeah. I'll ask him about postponing the date of the op. And this time you're not going to talk me out of it.
Well, if that's what you want. Excuse me. Call of nature.
Yeah, it's not every day he comes round to see us. Wouldn't you be a bit more welcoming?
Why can't Jimmy see his own patients?
Because he forgot that we had a primary care trust meeting this morning. You can't take some of his patients, can you?
Oh, sorry, I'm busy all morning. Why don't you ask George? Mr. Thompson.
Michelle, you didn't have to come into work today.
I wasn't sure what else to do.
Wouldn't you rather be at home with your mum?
No, Mum's asleep. I had to get out of the house. I'll see you later.
OK, I'll hold you to that. This way, come on.
I know I'm not registered here, but I really do need to see Dr. West. It's a matter of some urgency.
Sit down.
Thank you. Really appreciate this.
So what are we going to do with you? You mentioned some kind of emergency?
Yes, that's right. Although I'm fine. It's not me, rude health and all that.
So what are you doing here?
It's my mother, Carla Lenton. You're going to be visiting her this afternoon.
Sorry, I can't discuss, you know...
Don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to, breach doctor-patient confidentiality or anything. I know she's due for a hip operation, and that's why I'm here. I want you to make sure that she goes through with it.
Well, why wouldn't she?
I'm getting married in Manchester next week, and my mum's really looking forward to it. The problem is that her operation's on the same date.
That's an unfortunate coincidence.
Not really.
What do you mean?
I deliberately arranged the clash of dates.
Why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? I don't want my parents within a million miles of my wedding.
Hi, darling. The conference was tedious, so I've decided to play truant and visit your parents. Incidentally, I took the liberty of swiping a page from your file, in fact, so I know their address. See you later. Love you. Bye.
Seems to have got myself into a bit of a pickle. I told my Debs, that's my fiancée, and I told them my parents were big business types and lived in a grand house. It's not strictly true.
And why did you do that?
At first, to impress her parents. They own a large accountancy firm in Manchester, and I thought that if I came from a classy background, I'd be more likely to get a promotion. So you see the problem?
No.
You've met my parents, haven't you? I mean, they act like kids and they look like clowns. I mean, if they were to come to the wedding, if the truth were to come out, it could be a disaster.
Yeah, that would be tragic.
Yes, quite. So I just need to keep my parents out of the way until I'm married. Once that's sorted...
Okay, that's enough. I'm not interested. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't got a medical problem. I've got a lot of people waiting who happen to be genuine patients.
You've got to help me. You've got to do everything in your power to persuade my mother to have that hip operation for her own sake.
What I've got to do is look after your mother's health, which is private, and none of your business.
Yes, ordinarily I'd agree, but in this circumstance, I think...
You're wasting my time. There's the door. I suggest you use it.
It's really necessary.
Yes, of course, we need those files.
No, I meant me. Why do I have to be here?
Because I thought it was time that you went to a PCT meeting.
Well, how long do they go on for?
Well, that depends on the agenda.
Can't Nick do it instead? He's the new partner.
No, he can't because he's busy today. And may I remind you, this was arranged weeks ago. Now, if there are no more questions, can we get on?
Okay, you're the boss. Boss.
The conference was tedious, so I've decided to play truant and visit your parents. Incidentally, I took the liberty of swiping a page from your file, in fact, so I have their address.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I've got the wrong address. I'm looking for Mr. and Mrs. Lenton.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place, love. And you are?
Debs. Debs Frobisher.
Debs! Debs! Oh, at last! Come in, darling, come on! Debs!
Now, currently, the Mill's expenditure on calcium supplements for the treatment of osteoporosis is approximately 2% of the prescribing budget of the practice. The most commonly prescribed supplements cost somewhere between £14 and £25 per month. But by switching to a lower-cost generic brand, we could be saving somewhere in the region of £15,000 per annum, as I'm sure my colleague would agree.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
By extrapolating this across the whole of the PCT, we could be saving hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. Now, I know the PCT's deficit is currently running at an unacceptable high, and clearly this cannot go on and must be addressed.
And to finish our guided tour... Oh, sorry about the mess. This is how we earn our crust.
I thought you were in business.
Yeah, we are. I'll take that. That's, well, that's a valuable piece of property, that is. That is a punk rock classic. So, you know, that should be worth quite a packet on the internet.
So you don't sell antiques?
Well, some of this stuff is getting on a bit, but I hardly think you'd call them antiques. Oh, what a horrible thought.
What exactly has Neville been telling you?
Ah, the Wanderer returns. Where you been, Buzz?
Buzz?
Neville, just shopping. So we've all finally met. Great.
It seems your young lady here is under the impression that we're a couple of antique dealers. Would you care to explain that?
God, you know, all this memorabilia, it's all the same thing in my book. We must have got our wires crossed.
Why didn't you tell us that Debs was in Leatherbridge?
I thought she'd been at a conference all day.
Typical of you, keeping us in the dark. Take a tip from me, Debs. You'll need to lick him into shape.
Don't worry, I have Neville right where I want him.
Actually, I was wondering if we could go for a walk.
You've just come in.
I could show you my hometown.
Oh, it seems terribly rude to leave now. I'm just getting to know your parents.
We can do that later. We could go for a meal or something. Coming?
I don't know.
You don't have to be coy around us. Off you go. Well, you don't want to waste valuable snogging time.
Mum.
Oh, well, we were the same at your age, and we couldn't keep our hands off one another. Still can't, can we, Jason?
Just invented a new reality TV show.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Indulgent Mothers from Hell. That last patient was a nightmare.
Why?
She wanted my opinion on her 6-year-old daughter's sick teddy bear, whereupon she pulled out this furry monstrosity from a carrier bag. After endless deliberation, I prescribed a needle and thread, but I need to talk to someone sane.
Well, I'm not sure that's me right now.
Oh, where's your humanity? Drag me back into the real world. How about lunch?
Okay.
Come on.
Think you give me the silent treatment long enough? Say something, Debs, please.
What is there to say? Except, of course, that you're a complete fraud.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, are you? Well, that makes all the difference. I mapped out our lives together, sharing family holidays. What a joke.
What do you want me to say?
Nothing. You lied about the kind of family I'd be marrying into, about what they do, where they live, everything.
I know, I'm not proud of what I've done.
I don't care. You've betrayed me. We're supposed to be engaged, no secrets. And you've been nothing but dishonest.
I wanted to tell you the truth. It all just got out of hand.
You're pathetic.
Thanks for your support. You were a great help.
Yeah, sorry, I tuned out for a moment.
How about the whole meeting?
Well, what do you expect? It's not like I'm a partner.
Oh, not that again.
Yes, that again. Do you know what it feels like to be passed over? Not for the first time.
I'm sorry that you still feel like this, but you really do need to get past it.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You haven't had your ambitions kicked in your face.
And neither have you. Your career at the mill hasn't come to a dead end, has it? There's always a good chance you'll be offered a partnership in the future.
Yeah, like that'll happen anytime soon.
Why do you think I asked specifically for you to come to this today?
I don't know. Torture me.
Because, Jimmy, I thought you might learn something. You know, see how budgets are argued about and agreed on. Because let's face it, finance is hardly your strong point.
That's right, I'm irresponsible. I'm useless. I can't even handle my own life, let alone a busy surgery.
Grow up, Jimmy. You know, you're like a spoilt little brat. It's just me all the time. You know, if you had bothered to look around you recently, you would have seen that you've got friends and colleagues who are a lot worse off than you are right now. We had to fire Donna. And Michelle has just lost her father, so why don't you think about that for a while, instead of behaving as if the wheels have just come off your pram?
Please, Debs, you've got to give me a second chance.
Why should I? You don't get it, do you? Why would I want to spend the rest of my life with a man I can no longer trust?
But you can trust me. Look, you know the whole truth now.
Only because you got found out.
Yes, all right, but listen, from now on, there'll be no more lies. I swear it.
And I'm supposed to believe that. Do you know what's really funny? When I first met you, I thought I'd found a man who wasn't just sweet, wasn't just handsome, but someone who was completely dependable. A rock. Some rock. You wouldn't make a half-decent pebble.
I'm still that man. Nothing's changed.
You are Neville Lenton with dysfunctional parents. That is what's changed.
I am not remotely like them. You can see that. Listen, Debs. Let's not break up. We're good together. Things will be better from now on, and I promise I'll always be open with you. Please, Debs. I'm begging you.
Well, I've just got one question. Do you really love me?
Of course do. No, I do.
Well, do I? You're going to have to prove it.
Well, it's dancing I miss the most. Yeah, up until last year, I could pogo up and down like a thing possessed.
I bet you could.
The late 70s. Oh, you know, that was the best time to be young. You know, there was rebellion in the air, excitement and glamour and life.
I'd like to see you walk. Could you cross the room a few times?
And, you know, then it all changed. Money and mortgages took over. Commercialisation. You know, it's even worse now. I mean, kids today are far too busy worrying about their careers to enjoy themselves. There's too much respect for authority.
Interesting point of view.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, you know, take our son, for example. I mean, we tried to bring him up to be independent-minded, but, you know, you don't always succeed, do you?
No, Dr. West has not come round to hear the family history. Now, how is she, Doc?
Well, your mobility is a lot more restricted than it was when I last saw you.
It was a lot worse this morning.
No, it wasn't.
Tell him about the pain. Or are you going to deny that too?
Well, yeah, that was one of the reasons why I asked to see you. Any chance of increasing my medication?
I could increase your dosage. But hopefully you won't be feeling any more pain once you've had the surgery.
No, except that she's not bothering with any surgery, is she? Oh, no. She'd rather go to some flaming wedding and sacrifice her health. Now, tell her, Doc. Tell her how stubborn, stupid and short-sighted she's being.
Jake!
I'm not going to sit around and watch you turn yourself into a cripple.
You do understand, if you postpone your surgery, it could be several months before you get a new date. And my concern is that your condition is going to deteriorate in the meantime.
Yeah, I understand. And I have given it some thought. But nothing on this living earth is going to prevent me from seeing my son get hitched next week. That's my decision. The matter's closed. Discussion over. Hey, you two took your time. I hope you haven't covered her in love bites.
Hardly.
Oh, sorry, love. I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of a guest.
Hello, Dr. West.
Neville?
Since when do you two know each other?
I went to see the doctor this morning. Thought I might be going down with a cold.
Neville, what were we discussing before? No more lies.
What lies?
Come on, tell them.
Doctor, would you like to explain why I came to see you?
I think it's time that you faced up to your responsibilities. Go on.
Will somebody please tell me what all this is about?
I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Oh, get a grip. Do it for us.
You owe it to your parents.
I was what?
You timed the wedding to coincide with your mum's surgery, didn't you?
Why?
I'll tell you why. It's because he never wanted us at that wedding in the first place. That's right, isn't it? Because you're ashamed of us.
No, that's not strictly true.
You ungrateful little snob. Your mother and me, we've fed you, clothed you, sheltered you. We've loved you, and this is how you repay us. Well, you disgust me. The pair of you. I suppose you put him up to this, did you?
Leave her out of this. Deb's had nothing to do with it.
Oh, all your own nasty little idea, then, yeah, well. What sort of a son are you?
And what sort of parents are you? You've always tried to impose your idiotic values on me. You flaunt yourselves like freaks, and I'm expected not to care the jokes of the neighbourhood.
Oh, get back to Manchester. Go on, get out of my sight.
Mum.
You mum me. Don't you ever use that word again. You're no son of mine.
Excuse me.
If it's any consolation, this might actually all be for the best.
Swimmingly, don't you think?
What do you expect? You all right?
Yeah, top of the world. Can't believe Mum said that.
Well, she's hurt and angry.
Yeah, no, I don't blame her. Dad. I've always let them down.
As I see it, your main problem is you haven't been honest.
Tell me something I don't know.
I mean, with yourself. You know, with all the lies you've got. You've lost track of who you are. I mean, who is the real Neville Lenton? I'd like to know.
Me too.
Well, you better find out. Instead of fabricating your life, live the one you've got. Be yourself. Never mind what other people think.
Excuse me, I'd like a private word with my fiancé, if that's all right.
I know you're upset, but you'll feel better when we're back in Manchester.
I doubt it.
You'll see. Come on. Our business is finished here.
I can't leave things the way they are.
Why not? They've practically disowned you.
That's supposed to be a happy outcome, is it?
I know it doesn't seem like that now, but think about the future.
The future?
Would you seriously want our children to be in contact with grandparents like them? Look on the positive side. You're free of them, Neville.
I don't want to be free of them. They're all I've got.
Then what does that make me? It's either me or your parents. If you don't come home right now, then the wedding is off. I mean it. Now pull yourself together.
I don't understand. I mean, what have we done to make him hate us so much?
He doesn't hate you, far from it.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't look that way to me.
Neville, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! Have you gone insane?
What the hell's going on?
Looks like your son's making a statement.
You're right, Debs. The wedding is off.
You said you loved me.
I really do have feelings for you, but they're not strong enough for a permanent relationship. I'm sorry, Debs, you and me.
Well, if you're going to be a punk, you may as well look the part. Here. You can put it through your nose.
Joe, it's so unfair. Dad still had so much going for him.
How old was he?
Not even 60. He spent all his life supporting us, working some boring desk job at the post office. He kept telling me how excited he was about his retirement.
I see.
He said he was going to spend his days pottering round the garden, sitting in the shed listening to the archers. The quiet life. I think that's why my mum loved him so much.
How's your mum coping?
She's not. She's devastated. Never seen her so bad. I don't know what to do about it. It's all my fault.
What is?
I keep replaying the night over and over in my head. Dad collapsing. Everyone standing around, everyone expecting me to save him, and I didn't. I couldn't.
You can't save everyone. You and I both know that. You did the best you could under the circumstances.
And you're sure about that? You weren't there.
I know you, Michelle, and I know how dedicated and skilled you are.
Skilled enough that I couldn't even save my own dad.
Well, given recent events, there's no need to postpone your surgery.
Well, at least that's one good thing to come out of all this. What are you still doing here?
Debs took the car. Got a taxi on my way to take me to the station. Don't suppose I'll be welcome back at her dad's firm anymore.
Tough.
Look, you both every right.
Don't start. It'll take more than a change of hair colour for us to forgive you for what you've done.
What's he done?
But you were there, you saw.
No. What I saw was someone make a choice. A choice of loyalty to his family. Not just loyalty, love.
Yeah, but why does he always have to be so conservative?
So, what's so wrong about that? He's accepted how you are. Can't you do the same for him?
Have you got Mrs. Morgan's file? Thanks. Fancy a drink later on? All the rounds are on me.
I'll be busy.
Okay. Little about today.
Leave it.
Well, I just wanted to say that I was way out of order.
I don't want to know.
I can understand if you know.
Jimmy, when I say I don't want to know, I mean I don't want to know. Now stop bothering me.
Doesn't suit you, you know. Hmm? Yeah. Looks daft.
Just as well I've no intention of becoming a punk then. I still think the music is awful.
Oh, that's my boy. No taste.
Listen, about today.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. I was a complete moron.
Well, you'll get no argument there. Still, it's not every day you lose a fiancé and a job in one go. What do you do now?
I don't know. Hasn't really sunk in yet.
Well, if you like, you can always come and stay with us. You know, till you get back on your feet. This is your home. It'll always be your home, Buzz. Sorry, Neville.
Oh. Today's felt so strange. I feel normal and completely not normal. Does that make sense?
You've experienced one of the biggest shocks you can have. Everything's bound to feel different for a while.
Different? Except for this morning.
Yeah?
Doesn't matter, you probably think I'm being stupid.
No, what is it, Michelle? What's on your mind?
Last night I had a dream. And he was there.
Your father?
Yeah. He was chatting away to me like you are now. Only I couldn't hear what he was saying. But I think he was telling me a joke because he had a mischievous look in his eye. And I couldn't stop laughing. When I woke up this morning, I was still laughing, only he wasn't there. But it felt so real. Only it wasn't real because he's gone. He's dead. My dad's dead, and I'm never going to see him again.
May finds yet another way to take revenge on Rob in EastEnders. Getting him arrested is her latest trick. Tonight at 8 here on BBC1. Up next this afternoon, family business in Ireland for Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote.